Ladies and gentlemen, we are live from the Pretzel City here inside Berks Catholic High School for the first round of the PIAA state tournament. It's the Berks Catholic Saints hosting your Uniontown Red Raiders here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. This is Joshua Scully, and I'm alongside Bill Dice, who is behind the lens, and you are seeing the warm-up now here inside of Berks Catholic. The two teams have taken to the floor, and we are about 25 minutes from getting this one underway. For one team tonight, the dream will continue. For one team, it'll be a long night at home. And for our Raider faithful who are listening from Texas, who are listening from North Carolina, who are listening, of course, from here in the Keystone State, welcome once again inside Berks Catholic High School in Reading, Pennsylvania for tonight's first round action between the Saints and the Red Raiders. We're going to be bringing to you the pregame show hosted by the Sprouse Insurance Group. Thanks to them for making the pregame show possible right after a word from our sponsors. Dr. Bob Baker, who is running for Fayette County Coroner, would like to wish the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck in tonight's playoff game. Dr. Baker has the training, experience, commitment, and dedication to serve as your next Fayette County Coroner. When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till noon, closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus Arags a call today, 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense. Magisterial District Judge Nate Henning would like to wish the best of luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and all of our local teams in the PIAA playoffs this year. Go Red Raiders! For Magisterial District Judge Nate Henning. Welcome back inside Berks Catholic High School. We're here in Reading, Pennsylvania for the beginning, the first round of the PIAA state tournament. We're going to share a little bit about Berks Catholic High School with you. Berks Catholic High School, the product of a 2011 merger between Holy Name Catholic School and Reading Central Catholic School, both schools here local to the Reading, Pennsylvania area. So this school has existed in the context that it is now since 2011. We are in the old Holy Name Gymnasium, as we learned just before our broadcast started. And the Berks Catholic School mascot is the Saint. There is a large Saint Bernard here in the middle of the gymnasium floor. The Uniontown Red Raiders, of course, have made the trip from the city of Uniontown virtually across the entire state. We were told pregame that the city of Philadelphia is just 60 miles away from this high school. We've truly traversed the length of Pennsylvania from west to east. Many of us, of course, traveling on the Pennsylvania Turnpike, some of us taking a shortcut through Maryland and catching the Turnpike in either Somerset or Bedford. And for many of you joining us across the nation tonight to watch the action here inside of Berks Catholic High School, thank you. We greatly appreciate you taking the time to check us out. And don't forget to share with your friends and neighbors who may want to watch the game this evening, we are on the Uniontown boys basketball Facebook page tonight. We don't want anyone to struggle online to find us or end up looking elsewhere for the action. They can find us right here on the Uniontown boys basketball Facebook page. Please communicate that if you can to your friends and neighbors who may want to check us out this evening. First, we want to share with you a little bit about our hosts, the Berks Catholic Saints. The Berks Catholic Saints coming into this one 23-4 overall. They are 6-4 in the conference. They are the champions of their district. Here at home, inside of Berks Catholic, they are 14-1 this season, but that doesn't open the door. They have lost inside of this gymnasium before. Will they again tonight? Away from Reading, they are 8-3. They are 1-0 at neutral sites. This team, as a team, has scored 1,688 points this season. They have surrendered 1,229. They are on a 3-game winning streak, of course. That winning streak largely courtesy of their run through their district championship, defeating Fleetwood, also a school here from Berks County, 73-44 in that championship game. You're listening to the pregame show being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You're listening to the pregame show, and we are just 20 minutes away from another chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night, exclusive digital coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on the Uniontown Basketball Facebook page, which is brought to you by Jack Connor, attorney at law, George Dental Associates, SWGI in Uniontown, now a part of U.S. Digestive Health, the Centers for Rehab Services and Physical Therapist Jim Burns, First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides, Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer, Joby's Golf, Zen's Construction Warehouse, Russ Blejo, your local Allstate insurance agent, Dr. Bob Baker, candidate for Fayette County Coroner, Peachin's Pharmacy, Cherokee Recycling, Autoland Hyundai, the law offices of Zebley, Mahalovan and White, Fayette County Commissioner Dave Lohr, Two Hands Wash and Full, Magisterial District Judge Nate Henning, Sandy Howe Notary Services, and Big Al's Market. You're listening to the pregame show right here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page, brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. We will get you ready for the game, and you can find the Sprouse Insurance Group at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to direct our attention to the Uniontown Red Raiders. The Red Raiders, of course, have had an interesting go of it over the last few weeks. Most recent contest for them, a defeat at the hands of Hampton in a seeding game to determine where they would end up. And ultimately, we are here in Reading, Pennsylvania at Berks Catholic High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders coming into this one 20-5 overall. They were 9-1 in the conference. That one blemish, a loss to Laurel Highlands. The Uniontown Red Raiders are 6-0 on the road. Let's remember that for this evening. Undefeated when playing a genuine away game. Keep this in mind, at neutral locations, which I know if you're looking at literally speaking, they are away from Uniontown Area High School. At neutral locations, the Red Raiders are 6-3. But when they are on the road, when they come to you and play in your house, these Red Raiders have not lost. They are 6-0. They are 8-2 when they get an opportunity to play at home. Points for on the season, 1,834. Points against, 1,172. They did enjoy a victory at home not too long ago against the Bell Vernon Leopards. I know that I had just mentioned a recent loss they suffered at the hands of the Hampton Talbots. But prior to that, they defeated the Bell Vernon Leopards, and that really set the Leopards in a tailspin. Ultimately, Bell Vernon did not qualify for the PIAA tournament, so unfortunately our friends from Bell Vernon area not qualifying for the state tournament this year. But that does bring us into another exciting point. We do have many local schools to the Uniontown area who are looking forward to some PIAA action this evening. Our friends from Turkey Foot Valley, just across the border in Somerset County, making their way up to Armstrong County tonight to face Union. Our friends from Laurel Highlands, making the trip up to Battle Clearfield. And our friends from Geibel Catholic, of course, Geibel in the city of Connellsville, Pennsylvania. Geibel Catholic will be taking on Farrell tonight. That game will be played at Farrell, 7 p.m. That Turkey Foot Valley and Laurel Highlands start also 7 p.m. So we've got the early action here from Reading, Pennsylvania, here inside of Berks Catholic High School in the beautiful city of Reading, the Pretzel City. We'll be right back after a word from our sponsors, and we'll be continuing the pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. You can find them at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Two Hands Wash and Fold is Uniontown's newest wash and fold laundry service. Full-scale washing and dry cleaning service located on East Fayette Street in Uniontown. Two Hands also features a boba tea lounge, coffee bar, and game room. Phone 724-557-1571 for Two Hands Wash and Fold with delivery and pickup service available. That's Two Hands Wash and Fold on Fayette Street in Uniontown. Sandy Howe Notary Services provides notary services, vehicle title registration, and transfers in the Smithfield and surrounding areas. Call 724-564-8955 or stop by and see them on Dry Knob Road in Smithville. A special hello to Ed Walensky watching our broadcast tonight from Sandy Howe Notary Services. You're watching the pregame show here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. That's right. It's time for another exciting chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. Exclusive digital coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on the Uniontown Basketball Facebook page. Live video stream courtesy of the law offices of Zebley, Mahalev, and White. Fayette County Commissioner Dave Lohr and Jack Connor. Thank you for making this live stream tonight possible. We've got both teams on the floor with just about 13 minutes to go prior to tip-off. The Berks Catholic Saints warming up on your right-hand side and the Uniontown Red Raiders warming up on the left-hand side. We want to thank our audience far and wide for joining us this evening. We want to welcome in any new audience who's just been transferred into our broadcast as well. We have listeners tonight from the Lone Star State. That's right, Red Raiders down in Texas. We've got listeners tonight from North Carolina. That's right, Red Raiders in the Tar Heel State. We have Red Raiders, of course, here at home in Pennsylvania, in the Keystone State, and Red Raiders everywhere between those places. Thank you for joining us for the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. We will have coming up our starting lineups brought to you by U.S. Digestive Health and the Southwestern Endoscopy Center in Uniontown. Now, we're going to continue the Sprouse Insurance Group pregame show here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. If you were able to tune in to the local Reading media this week, you know that there has been a little bit of buzz about these Red Raiders coming into town and some question marks concerning exactly what this Berks Catholic Saints team will expect from the high-powered offense and the ability to create turnovers that the Red Raiders bring to the table. Speaking of those Red Raiders, here's some statistical leaders coming into this evening's contest. Notorious Grooms leads all scorers for Uniontown in points per game with 13.8. He is followed by Calvin Winfrey, 12.3 points per game, and Jameer Braxton, 12.1 points per game. The Red Raiders, of course, do enjoy collecting a steal or two over the course of the contest. Notorious Grooms, your leader in that category, 2.6 steals per game. Tavian Richardson, 2.1 steals per game. Bakari Wallace, 1.8 steals per game coming into this contest. The Red Raiders, as a team, average about 14 steals per game. Now, put that into context with the other turnovers that these Red Raiders are able to create with their quickness and their resilience when it comes to being able to put some pressure on the ball. And you can really understand one of Uniontown's strengths, not just in this game, but anytime the Red Raiders take the floor. The Red Raiders don't just score, they don't just steal the basketball, they do some other intangibles as well. How about rebounds? Kadrian McGlee averages 8.3 of those per contest. Levi Garner, 5.5 rebounds per game. Jameer Braxton, 5 rebounds per game. Blocks. Kadrian McGlee currently sits at 2 blocks per contest. Levi Garner, 1.6 blocks per game. Jameer Braxton, almost 1 block per game. He is at 0.7 as it stands. We'll see if Jameer can't get himself a little bit closer to the 1.0 mark in that category. Assists. Our assist leader is Notorious Grooms, and he got some attention from the local media in that category as well. His name was one who stood out to some local press here in Reading, PA, as the leading scorer, the leading stealer, and the leading assist man for this Uniontown Red Raiders squad entering tonight's contest. The Red Raiders warming up right now to the left-hand side of your screen. They are in their road maroon jersey tonight. Maroon uniform, white trim, white number, and a white Uniontown across the chest. Our Berks Catholic hosts in their home white uniform, gold trim, with a little bit of black edging on that uniform as well. We are now less than 10 minutes away from the tip-off of the first round of the PIAA playoffs here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. We're going to pause now and hear a word from our sponsors. You're listening to the pregame show, which is being brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community. They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and all other conditions. You can call the office with a prescription or schedule by direct access, and they'll contact your doctor for you. Call 724-437-7500 for UPMC Centers for Rehab Services. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services. Visit GeorgeDentalAssociates.com today and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. That's GeorgeDentalAssociates.com. The attorney Thomas W. Schaefer has litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. That's the attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. You're listening to the pregame show here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page, which is brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They will get you ready for the game. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides knows there is nothing more exciting than high school sports. He knows all the athletes have worked hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Commissioner Vince Vacides salutes all of our young contestants for their efforts. Good luck, and may the best team prevail. From Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Welcome back to Berks Catholic High School here in Reading, Pennsylvania. We are now just 6 minutes removed from tip-off, and we are ready to bring tonight's contest between the Berks Catholic Saints and the Uniontown Red Raiders to you. In just a few minutes, we will have our lineups, which are brought to you tonight by U.S. Digestive Health and the Southwestern Endoscopy Center in Uniontown. We also want to thank our live stream sponsors, the law offices of Zebley, Mahalob, and White, Fayette County Commissioner Dave Lohr, and Jack Connor. We talked a few moments ago about our statistical leaders entering this contest. We're going to go over a run now of our points per game leaders entering this one. For Uniontown, Notorious Grooms, 13.8 points per game. Calvin Winfrey, 12.3 points per game. And Jameer Braxton, 12.1 points per game. But you know, the Red Raiders are not just those three players. They get a lot of help from everyone on this roster. Bakari Wallace, 9.9 points per game. Kadrian McGlee, 7.6 points per game. Levi Garner, 5.6 points per game. Tanner Uphold, 3.8 points per game. Jeremiah Hager, 3.7 points per game. And Tavian Richardson, 3.4 points per game. Those are the players that you know the Red Raiders can lean on for at least a bucket per contest, if not more. And if we get more out of some of these players tonight, I suspect we will be coming back home to the city at the foot of the mountain with a victory for these Uniontown Red Raiders. Our hosts, the Berks Catholic Saints, though they are no stranger to scoring themselves, did a great job in their district championship knocking off a local rival. They defeated Fleetwood 73-44. Fleetwood, another school district here, local to Reading. Fleetwood, a small community home to about 4,000 people. The Uniontown Red Raiders most recently having faced down the Hampton Talbots at home. They're back on the road where the Red Raiders are undefeated. Berks Catholic have suffered one loss here inside of Berks Catholic High School so far this season. We've got our captain's meeting here at half court, and we are just 4 minutes away now from tip-off in Reading, Pennsylvania. The Pretzel City, by the way, called the Pretzel City due to a history of many pretzel manufacturers calling the city home. Reading, Pennsylvania, home to about 95,000 people, and that number is on the way up. Reading at one time had a population in six figures, over 100,000, and I suspect the 2030 census may reveal that they have crested that mark once again. This area is in recovery, both demographically and economically speaking. We always are excited to see that, and we are glad to be here. Our hosts have been incredibly grateful and gracious to have us here tonight, and we want to thank them for their fellowship and their sportsmanship to this point in creating some space for us here inside of Berks Catholic High School. Again, this is Joshua Scully alongside Bill Dice. We're going to bring you all the action just 3 minutes away from tip-off now. You have listened to the pregame show brought to you by the Sprouse Insurance Group and insurance agent David Hughes. They got you ready for the game tonight, PIAA playoff action. They are located at 217 West Main Street in Uniontown. Phone 724-437-9812 for the Sprouse Insurance Group. We will soon have for you our lineups brought to you by U.S. Digestive Health. We will pause one more time for a word from our sponsors. Shop the March sale at Sen's Construction Warehouse on Walnut Hill Road in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by the Nelson family. Zen's has everything you need for that next home improvement project at deep discounted prices. Phone 8274, or visit Zen's right in Continental. Zen's Construction Warehouse, Walnut Hill Road, our surplus, your savings. March is saving of the green at Autoland Hyundai. The new 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz SEL Premium has available $1,000 in HMF bonus cash plus fuel efficiency. Lease the new 2023 Hyundai Venue SE for only $199 per month for 36 months. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown. See them online at autolandhyundai.com. Remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai in Uniontown. Ladies and gentlemen, Uniontown Red Raider faithful from across the nation. We're live here inside of Berks Catholic High School. The Uniontown Red Raiders are getting our home section ready, and we've got quite a few folks here inside the gym in maroon and white. We are ready and excited to bring you all the action tonight. Just 1 minute now from tip-off. One of these two teams will advance to the next round of the PIAA state tournament. One more time, we want to wish the very best of luck to our other local friends, Turkey Foot Valley, Geibel Catholic, Laurel Highlands, all beginning that road to the quest of a state title. And we will see if the Red Raiders are ready to blaze the trail as the first of those games to tip off here tonight inside of Berks Catholic High School. It's going to be the Berks Catholic Saints playing host to your Uniontown Red Raiders. When we come back, it'll be the starting lineups brought to you by U.S. Digestive Health and the Southwestern Endoscopy Center in Uniontown. You're listening to another C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night, exclusive digital coverage of the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on the Uniontown Basketball Facebook page. We want to thank one more time the Sprouse Insurance Group for sponsoring our pregame show tonight. And we've got our public address now started inside Berks Catholic High School. And we got the home crowd being acknowledged here inside of Berks Catholic as well. A large crowd on hand for the Uniontown Red Raiders and Berks Catholic Saints. And we've got the Uniontown Red Raiders starting lineup acknowledged now here at Berks Catholic. We will be led off by 00, Notorious Grooms. Number 2, Calvin Winfrey. Number 4, Kadrian McGlee. Number 5, Bakari Wallace. And rounding up the starting lineup for the Uniontown Red Raiders, number 34, Jameer Braxton. That's Grooms, Winfrey, McGlee, Wallace, and Braxton, your Red Raider starters tonight. Now the starting lineup for the Berks Catholic Saints. Number 3, Jackson Gedio. Number 5, Ryan Cook. Number 24, Joshua McCoy. And number 4, Josiah Jordan. And rounding out the starting lineup for Berks Catholic and the Saints tonight, one player who's got his warm-up jersey on, and we will get you his number as soon as he takes that uniform off. We're going to pause now as we honor America with the playing of the national anthem.
Heavenly Father, send forth your grace upon the most women team, like the players, coaches, and officials. Give us your guidance and protection, and allow the spirit to reign in their hearts. And grace you more. In the game like the over, may they win us more victory. Each of us in you. Amen. In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Now,
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to get started here in Reading, Pennsylvania. That mystery player for Berks Catholic, by the way, number 11, Jack Miller. And this starting lineup for Berks Catholic does include a couple of seniors, Jackson Gedio, Brian Cook, Jack Miller, all seniors. Joshua McCoy is a junior, part of this starting lineup tonight. Josiah Jordan, also a senior. So this Berks Catholic team starting 4 seniors tonight. This game and the broadcast rights to this game are the sole and exclusive property of the PIAA and the Uniontown School District. Any broadcast of this game is intended exclusively for the benefit of the viewing audience, and any use, rebroadcast, or distribution of this broadcast without the express written consent from the PIAA and the Uniontown School District is strictly prohibited. The Saints start off with the basketball, nothing happening for them. Here come the Red Raiders. Grooms in the corner to the wing. Braxton is called with a travel, and it's a tough break for the Red Raiders out of the gate. And Berks Catholic did have first possession. Missed shot, Red Raider rebounds. Unfortunately, the Raiders commit the travel. Berks Catholic want to go over top, and it's stolen by Kadrian McGlee. Here come the Red Raiders. Calvin Winfrey wants a three. It's short. Rebound goes to Kadrian. The tap-in won't go, and there's a little bit of a fight over the next rebound. It goes to McGlee. He pops it out, and that's Notorious Williams for 3 outside, courtesy of the swing pass from Calvin Winfrey. Here's the Red Raider pressure now, and the Saints have thrown it away. It's going to be Red Raider basketball. The Saints tonight under the direction of their head coach, Ken Snip Esterly. He goes by Snip. Rob Kesmarski, of course, the head coach for the Red Raiders. A 3-0 start for Uniontown. Brooms in the corner to Jameer Braxton on the inbound pass. Braxton wants to go across to Calvin Winfrey. He's got him high post. Winfrey dribbles out. He's going to get a screen here from McGlee. Pops it out to Braxton. Wants the three. Three ball, no good. And the rebound's pulled down there by Ryan Cook. Cook pops it over to number 4. And number 4, Josiah Jordan, brings it across the timeline. Goes back to Cook. Cook on the drive. Gets it out to the corner here to number 24, McCoy. And McCoy loses the ball across the baseline. And this is going to be Red Raider basketball. Calvin Winfrey, the Raiders up 3. He's going to be matched up with Miller. He gets the screen. And unfortunately, Winfrey going to lose the ball there for just a second to Cook. Cook and Wallace get tied up. It's going to be a jump ball. It's going to stay with Uniontown. Ryan Cook for the Saints getting a hand on the basketball. Bakari Wallace having none of that, though. Ball is going to go to Uniontown. The far sideline official explaining it's a jump ball, gentlemen. Uniontown basketball. Next jump will go to the Saints. The Saints, of course, with the large St. Bernard half court here. Here's Braxton out of the corner. Pops it out to Grooms, and that pass gets away from Grooms, out of bounds into the Saints bench. The Red Raiders going to set up to offer some pressure. Pass comes into Cook. Cook going to direct some traffic. Looking here at Gedio, but he won't pass it. He's going to hold it. He goes way down to Miller. Miller on the attack, wants to feed it ahead. He wanted to go ahead there to McCoy, but Kadrian McGlee's body was in the way of that pass. It goes out of bounds, and the Saints want a 30-second timeout. Snip Esterly does not look pleased. We'll have a 30-second timeout here at Berks Catholic High School. The Red Raiders lead 3-0. Spring forward with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. With a home improvement loan, a home equity line of credit, or a home equity loan, you can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. And here come the Red Raiders now. 6:06 to play in period number 1. Bakari Wallace off the wing. Goes and heard that splash. Driving the other way. The Saints denied is Jordan. Rebound Garner. Here come the Red Raiders. Notorious Grooms. Little feed inside. Calvin Winfrey fouled on his way to the bucket. And Cal will be going to the foul line to shoot 2. That's going to be a first foul called against number 24, Joshua McCoy. McCoy has looked strong so far for these Saints. Calvin Winfrey's first shot rolls out. Checking in for Bakari Wallace is Tanner Uphold, number 23 for Uniontown. Tanner and Bakari both seniors this year for the Uniontown squad. Bakari Wallace checking out for Uphold, and the shot from Winfrey is no good. Rebound goes Garner, pops it out. Uphold swings it around. Winfrey Grooms to Braxton, back to Grooms, back to Braxton, and Braxton is hit outside. A bizarre foul here from number 1, Parker 9, who got a big piece of Jameer Braxton. The hockey fans out here, you can imagine it as Braxton was taking a one-timer and just got a cross-checking, and he sinks the first foul shot. That's going to be the first foul against Parker 9, and now the Saints have 14 fouls. Second shot from Braxton, and Berks Catholic forgot that we were shooting 3. They had a couple players jump into the lane. Checking in here will be number 11, Jack Miller, the 5'10 senior in guard. We want to thank everybody again for checking us out, whether you are listening to WMBS or watching our live stream on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. Thank you many times over for joining us. And here comes Josiah Jordan for the Saints. He's going to work against Tanner Uphold across the timeline. Uphold turns him around, and the ball is stolen. It goes into the hands of Levi Garner. Up ahead to Grooms. Grooms working far sideline to Winfrey. Winfrey back to Grooms. Grooms kicked out in the corner. Now back to Winfrey, far wing. Winfrey working against Miller here. That's a matchup that's worked so far for Winfrey. He wants it again. Floater over top. Shot's no good, but that is going to be 3 fouls against Miller. They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacements, hand injuries, and other conditions. You can call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, and they can contact your doctor for you. 724-437-7500 for the UPMC Centers for Rehab Services. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Berks Catholic High School in Reading, Pennsylvania. Joshua Scully alongside Bill Dice. Thank you for joining us, whether it be on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page or on WMBS. Thank you for listening in. We've got a 7-point lead for the Red Raiders, but the Saints refuse to be left in the dust, and they have battled back to make this a 7-point game. The Red Raiders at one point led by quite a few and even had some opportunities to expand upon that lead at the end of the first period. Unfortunately here, the Red Raiders will be tagged with their 6th team foul. And that one is going to be against Jameer Braxton, and will send to the line number 5, Ryan Cook, the 6'3" guard and forward. He was a senior this year. And the first shot from Cook rolls out. Team foul situation. We've got 6 against the Red Raiders now and 5 against the Saints. Berks Catholic, again, a product of the 2011 union between Holy Name Catholic and Reading Central Catholic. We're inside the old Holy Name Gymnasium. Second shot won't go. Rebound goes Kadrian McGlee, and here come the Red Raiders. Pass. Far wing to Bakari Wallace. Wallace going to work it our way. Winfrey to Grooms. Grooms our wing, goes back to the top of the key to Winfrey. Winfrey's got a couple of defenders, and McCoy and Miller out here with him. Now he goes far wing to Wallace. Wallace comes back up top. Comes our wing to Winfrey. The Red Raiders looking to see where they can expose this Saints defense, which is moving very well with the passes. Ball goes in the corner to Grooms. Back up top to Winfrey. Winfrey back to the wing to Grooms. Grooms a deep three. No good. And it's an easy rebound here for Ryan Cook. And here come the Saints. Jordan across the timeline. Jordan going to work inside against Bakari Wallace. A little bit of contact. No call either way. Jordan gets an easy layup. 21-16. Here comes Calvin Winfrey across the timeline. 5-point ball game. Moves it over to Grooms. Now far sideline to Wallace. Coming back our way. Braxton to Winfrey. Winfrey back up top to Grooms. Grooms across again to Wallace. Wallace wants to drive. Floats one up over top. No good. A little bit of contact. A lot of bit of contact and no call. Ball pulled down by McCoy. Goes to Jordan. Jordan kicks it ahead to Cook. Back to Jordan, top of the key. Now our side, McCoy gets McGlee off his feet, drives the lane. The layup goes. But we're going to see what the call is here. And it's an offensive foul called against number 24, Joshua McCoy. That's going to be his second. They say McGlee had his feet down, and we'll take it. Winfrey across the timeline goes to Grooms on our wing. Winfrey back up top now. Far sideline to Braxton. Braxton looking inside. And we're going to have a carry called against Jameer Braxton as he looks. 6:11 to play in period number 2. 21-16. The Red Raiders lead. Here comes Jordan across the timeline. Moves it over to McCoy. McCoy looks inside. This is going to be Gettio. Pops it back out to McCoy. McCoy makes some contact with McGlee. McGlee falls, and this time we're going to have a foul called against the Red Raiders. Foul called against 00, Notorious Grooms. And we're going to have a warning put in the book. A warning against the Uniontown Red Raider bench. Notorious Grooms has the personal foul call. His first. 17 fouls for the Raiders this half. So they will be gifting the Saints with at least a single bonus the rest of the way. Here's McCoy for shot number 2. This one is good. It's a 4-point game here at Berks Catholic High School. Notorious Grooms brings it right across the St. Bernard and across the timeline. Goes to Winfrey. To Braxton in the corner. Back to Grooms. Winfrey on the wing. Goes to Braxton. A little bit of contact, and the pass gets jumped by Jordan. Jordan, fast break. Feeds it ahead to McCoy. And it's a 2-point ball game. Timeout taken by the Red Raiders. 21-19 your score. 5:33 to play. And the Red Raiders will take a timeout. We'll pause here as well to hear a word from your sponsors. Thank you once again for listening to another exciting chapter of C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. Zebley, Mahaloff, and White are local lawyers handling local problems. Whether it's bankruptcy, criminal law, Social Security disability, or a variety of other legal issues, Zebley, Mahaloff, and White provide services aimed to resolve their clients' needs. Phone 724-439-9200 or visit zeblaw.com. And we're back to action here with 5:26 and counting left in the first half. Red Raider basketball. Winfrey to Grooms to Winfrey to Grooms. Now to Wallace. Far sideline, back to Winfrey, back to Grooms. The Red Raiders looking to see what they'll get. And what they get is Calvin Winfrey about a body's length beyond the three-point arc. He buries the 3, and the Red Raiders go back up 5. Here comes number 4, Josiah Jordan. He wants to drive, working against Bakari Wallace, and he'll have it. Right through the paint. Wallace going to give him some space, and it's 2 points for the Saints. Now the Red Raiders, Calvin Winfrey to Grooms. Back to Winfrey. The Saints being a little more aggressive out of this zone and trying to attack some of the passes. And as Wallace drives off the far wing, we will have a foul called against the Saints. And the home crowd does not like that. Foul will be called against number 3, Jackson Gedio, the 6'2 junior. Correction, the 6'2 senior guard. And we're going to say that although Wallace was not in the act of shooting, that is 7 team fouls against the Saints. It's 1-1 for the Red Raiders. Wallace, his first shot, finds home. It rolls in. And the Red Raiders go back up 4:45 to play. Shot number 2 from Wallace is good. And here come the Saints. Josiah Jordan going to slowly bring the ball up here across the timeline. Works it away from us to Miller. Now to the far sideline. It's a three-point attempt from Cook. And the rebound gets stripped away from McCoy. It's Bakari Wallace. And Bakari goes off to the races, but he has the ball stolen by Jordan. And this way, it's going to be Cook with the layup. 26-23. The Red Raiders lead. Here's Grooms for Winfrey. The Grooms across the top of the key. Grooms going to bring it far sideline now to Wallace. Play gets set up here. Winfrey wants the deep 3, and that one's no good. Just rolls out on him. Rebound goes to the Saints. Pulled down by Cook. And here's Josiah Jordan. Pops it our way to Ryan Cook. Cook wants to drive, and he gets it. The Red Raiders trying not to foul. This is a 1-point ball game. Calvin Winfrey across the timeline. The Red Raiders looking for a swing here. Down low to Kadrian McGlee. And McGlee is fouled on the way up by Ryan Cook. Cook is upset with himself. That is going to be 8 fouls against the Saints. And that will send Kadrian McGlee to the foul line to shoot 2. 3:39 to play in the half. McGlee's first shot is perfect. McGlee now looking for shot number 2. Second shot rolls out. Rebound, Bakari Wallace. Putback's no good. Rebound, Bakari Wallace. He gets fouled on his way out. Josiah Jordan gets a piece of him. Bakari Wallace was trying to escape the paint and regroup. And that's going to send Bakari to the foul line for 1-1. But now the team foul situation has swung. The Saints with 9 team fouls. The Red Raiders are going to be in the double bonus next time. Here's Bakari, front half of the 1-1, and we're going to have a lane violation against somebody. Lane violation against Kadrian McGlee. And that's a shame because the shot was good. 27-25. Checking in for the Saints, number 1, Parker 9. 9 is going to replace number 24, Joshua McCoy. McCoy is listed at only 6'1". He is about the tallest 6'1" player I've ever seen. Here comes Jordan across the timeline. Goes to Miller, who had the hot hand earlier. Back to Jordan, back to Miller. Miller wants the deep 3 off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound, Braxton. Now the Red Raiders with an opportunity to build. Braxton goes inside to McGlee. McGlee gets blocked by Parker 9. Parker 9, listed at just 6'2", got off the floor there and denies McGlee. Ball goes across the baseline. We'll stay with the Red Raiders. Levi Garner going to check in for Kadrian McGlee. Notorious Grooms going to trigger this one in. He goes to Braxton on the baseline. Braxton floats one over top. Good no foul there from number 3, Jackson Gedio. He did not want to produce a 10th foul for his team. Here's Cook across the timeline. Goes Jordan to Miller. Back to Jordan. Jordan, little drive. Pops it out to Cook. Cook now comes our wing. Right from the word Saints. Swings it around. Jordan to Miller. Back to Jordan. Jordan getting the play from his coach. Snip Esterly shouting it out. Back to Miller now. Far sideline coming our wing to Jordan. Deeper our wing. Cook. Back to Jordan. The Saints really slowing this down. Miller to Jordan to Cook. Now goes baseline to 9. Pops it back out to Jordan. Jordan directs traffic. He wants the 3 ball from Cook. No good. Nice rebound there by Parker 9. And a nice block by Levi Garner. denying Cook on the putback. Here's the Raiders. Can they make it happen? And Bakari Wallace steps across the baseline. He wanted the blocking foul. Won't have it. Tanner Uphold, number 23 for the Red Raiders, and the Markleysburg, Pennsylvania native. He's going to check in. A couple of former A.J. McMullen Red Raiders from their middle school days, Uphold and Garner, have been teammates since their elementary days. They're on the floor here as seniors in this PIAA ball game. Parker 9 brings it out from the corner to Jordan. Back to Miller. He's a shooter, and he drills it. 29-28 with 2 minutes to play in period number 1. Jack Miller has been absolutely torching shots beyond the arc this period. Here's the Red Raiders. Let's see if they can answer. Notorious Grooms, no good. Rebound goes to Cook with 1:45 to play. Ryan Cook's going to handle it himself. The Red Raiders lead by a point. He hands it off to Jordan. Jordan matched up against Uphold. Swings it around to Miller. To 9. Back up top to Jordan off of the far wing. Here's Cook from our wing for 3. And it's good. And the Saints have their first lead. 31-29 here at Berks High. Berks Catholic High School in Reading, PA, the site of the action tonight. Berks County. Calvin Winfrey for 3, no good. Rebound goes Levi Garner, and we're going to have a foul called. Levi did have the putback go down. Foul is going to be called against Tanner Uphold. That'll be his second. And that's going to give a 1-and-1 opportunity here to Jack Miller, the 5'10 senior guard. (31-29), the Berks Catholic advantage. First shot is good. 32-29 with 1:11 to play. Second shot, no good, off the front of the rim. And the rebound goes to Parker 9, but there does appear to be a foul called. Let's wait and see what exactly the result of that is. It's a foul called against Parker 9. As Levi Garner was closing in for the rebound, we get a push against 9. And that's going to send Levi Garner to the foul line to shoot 2. Great opportunity here for the Red Raiders. Levi Garner, the senior, listed at 6'6" for these Red Raiders. First shot is good. And the Red Raiders now just down 2, 1:10 to play. Garner with his second shot. That one bounces out. Braxton nearly has the rebound, and then it's nearly saved by Tanner Uphold, but unfortunately it is out of bounds across the baseline. Will be Saints basketball. Uphold save effort goes off the back of the glass. 1:01 to play. Here's Ryan Cook on the drive, loses the basketball, has to get rid of it. No, he doesn't. He turns around, and there's no Red Raiders there, and he lays it in. The Red Raiders had cut him off, went for the steal, and Cook spins around and lays it in for 2, 4-point game. The Red Raiders looking for an answer. Tanner Uphold to Notorious Grooms. Grooms inside to Braxton. Nice little pass there to Levi Garner. But Garner gets tagged for the travel before he can drop it in the bucket. No breaks here for the Red Raiders over the last few minutes. 34-30 with 34 seconds to go here at Berks Catholic High School. Josiah Jordan across the timeline. Matched up against Tanner Uphold. Jordan kicks it out to Cook. Cook's going to bring Braxton out with him. Ryan Cook gets tangled up with Braxton, and that's going to be a foul call against Shamir Braxton. That'll be Braxton's second. It's a 1-and-1, and Ryan Cook will step up to the foul line. 34-30, 16.4 seconds to play. And the first shot from Cook is good. Cook going to pause, take his time for the second one. Near sideline official is counting. And the shot is good. 36-30. Can the Red Raiders get a couple of these back? Here comes Calvin Winfrey. Calvin going to direct traffic. He goes to Uphold. Back to Winfrey. Back to Uphold. Back to Winfrey. Back to Uphold. Uphold off the sideline for three. And it's good. And Taylor Uphold buries the three in front of the Saints bench. And they make it a one-possession ball game. 36-33 is your score here at Berks Catholic High School. We'll pause for just a moment to hear a word from our sponsors, and we'll be right back with some halftime statistics for you. Sandy Howe Notary Services provides notary services, vehicle title registration, and transfers in the Smithville and surrounding areas. Call 724-564-8955 or stop by and see them on Dry Knob Road in Smithville. A special hello to Ed Walensky watching our broadcast tonight from Sandy Howe Notary Services. Contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Blaho for a free quote for home or car insurance near you. Located on Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, call Russ at 724-439-9700. Remember, you're in good hands with Russ Blaho and Allstate. You're listening to another chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. Thank you for joining us tonight. From Berks Catholic High School for the Uniontown Red Raiders and the Berks Catholic Saints. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. If you have a close family member with colon cancer or precancerous polyps, your screening should begin at age 40 instead of 45. Learn more at usdigestivehealth.com. Halftime stats today are courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Don't forget to stick around after our broadcast tonight for the postgame show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. We've got a 36-33 ball game here at Berks Catholic High School in Reading, Pennsylvania. The Uniontown Red Raiders charged out to an early lead and then began to play a bit more conservative as the fouls began to mount. The Red Raiders led by double digits early, but it's the Saints with a 3-point halftime lead. Where can you go these days to have your gas pumped for you, oil checked, and windshield cleaned for you? Joby's Golf, that's where. Joby's Golf is located on the corner of Fayette and Beeson Boulevard in Uniontown. Joby's Golf offers lockout services, general repairs, tire repair, state inspection, and 24-hour AAA towing service. Phone 724-438-0681 for Joby's Golf. You're listening to another exciting chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night here on the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. Dr. Bob Baker, who is running for Fayette County Coroner, would like to wish the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck in tonight's playoff game. Dr. Baker has the training, experience, commitment, and dedication to serve as your next Fayette County Coroner. Your free at-home COVID tests are available at Peach and Pharmacy. It's time to order. You'll have them in time for when you need them. Peach and Pharmacy can help get you your free COVID test. Just call 724-626-9600. That's 724-626-9600. Or you can stop in the Peach and Pharmacy inside Peach and Market in Connellsville. Dave Lohr wants to remain your Fayette County Commissioner. Commissioners have come and gone, but real change came when Dave Lohr was elected Fayette County Commissioner. Dave Lohr wishes the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck tonight. You're listening to the Uniontown Red Raiders take on the Berks Catholic Saints here on the WMBS Facebook page and the Uniontown Boys Basketball Facebook page. This is another exciting chapter of the C. Harper Auto Group High School Sports Night. We're going to pause briefly now and bring back to you halftime stats, courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. Stay with us for just a few minutes, and we'll be back with those statistics and more as we prepare for the second half, which is just 5 minutes away.
Mr. Dice, get it working. I put my phone away. I was tired of answering.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Berks Catholic High School here in Reading, Pennsylvania, in Berks County. We are preparing ourselves now for the second half of this contest. It was the Uniontown Red Raiders early on, led by as many as double digits in the first period. Berks Catholic Saints, though, battled back in period number 2 and hold on to a 3-point lead here at halftime. We're going to take a look at some halftime stats, which are brought to you tonight as special courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. For the Berks Catholic Saints, Ryan Cook, the senior, who had just 3 points in the first period, entered into halftime with 14. He managed 11 points in the second period for his Saints squad. He by far and away is their leading scorer. In fact, the Saints only have 4 players on the book. After Ryan Cook, it's going to be Jack Miller, who has 10, 9 of those from beyond the 3-point arc. Joshua McCoy, who did a lot of his damage from the charity stripe, has 8. And Josiah Jordan has 4 for the Berks Catholic Saints. Again, your halftime stats courtesy of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. For the Uniontown Red Raiders, it's been Calvin Winfrey, who was especially hot in period number 1. During that period alone, Calvin managed to drop 9 points. He's got 12 to the game in this point. Also scoring for the Red Raiders, we've got Jameer Braxton, who has put down 7 points for his squad. Bakari Wallace with 4. Kadrian McGlee with 3. Notorious Grooms with 3. Tanner Uphold, the big 3 right at the end. And I hope that basket comes into play later on, because if you had been here, Tanner took that shot in front of the Berks Catholic student section and the Saints bench, and they were giving him a false countdown. He's got his back to them, and they're counting down the last seconds of the clock, and they had shaved off about 4 seconds. So if you had been watching the game live, when there was 8 seconds left on the clock, that student section is shouting out 4, 3, 2, and Tanner held the ball beyond that, knew he had more time, absolutely drills a 3 in front of the bench. Hopefully that basket comes into play for the Red Raiders later. Also scoring for the Red Raiders tonight, in addition to those who I had mentioned, Levi Garner has got 1 point from the foul line tonight as well. The Red Raiders have left a couple of points on the floor, but I would suggest to the Uniontown Red Raider faithful And we've got Red Raider faithful listening tonight in Ohio, across the state of Pennsylvania, in West Virginia, in Maryland, in North Carolina, in Texas, and elsewhere too, I'm sure across the nation. Fear not, because before the Red Raiders became concerned about the fouls, they dictated the flow of this game. They can turn that back on. We have seen it more than once, more than twice, more than a half dozen times. And at the same time, the Red Raiders unfortunately did come up just a little bit short on a couple of scoring opportunities. They cash in on those in the second half, and they jump right back out in front of this game. I have no doubt about that. You're listening to the Halftime Show and Halftime Stats brought to you by First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County. We are ready now to resume period number 3. Before we do, a final word from Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides knows there is nothing more exciting than high school sports, and he knows all the athletes have worked hard to be competitive, plus maintain their study skills. Commissioner Vince Vacides salutes all the young contestants in their efforts. Good luck, and may the best team prevail. From Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. We've got the Uniontown Red Raiders with the basketball, and unfortunately, a little miscue here in the early goings. The Red Raiders are going to throw their first possession away, and we'll see if the Red Raiders can turn this defense back on and generate some turnovers. They created so many in that first period. Here's Josiah Jordan. He's going to work it over here to number 11, Jack Miller. Miller back to Jordan, far wing. We've got the Saints, of course, moving in the opposite direction now in their white home uniform, right to left across your screen. Black and gold trim, gold number. Here's Ryan Cook. Little jump shot over top of everybody, no good. And the Saints cannot save the rebound, so it's going to be Red Raider basketball. Red Raiders with an opportunity now to capitalize on that missed opportunity from Berks Catholic. Here comes Calvin Winfrey. He's going to move it over to Notorious Grooms. Grooms goes inside to Braxton. Pops it out here. Bakari Wallace drives the baseline, moves the ball out to Notorious Grooms. Grooms on the far wing nearly has the pass stolen back to Wallace. Here's Calvin Winfrey. Yeah, and the deep three will tie the ball game for the Red Raiders. Calvin Winfrey has made a difference for this team so far. He remains the Red Raiders' leading scorer here in the second half, and that three has just tied the game. The Red Raiders really needed that one. Trying to get something happening here are the Saints. Jordan shot no good. Rebound goes Calvin Winfrey, and here come the Red Raiders. Can they take the lead back? Calvin Winfrey gets the pass from Grooms on the baseline, advances off the baseline, and is fouled on his way. So the first team foul of the half going to go against the Saints, and number 24, Joshua McCoy. That is his third. He was a dangerous shooter as well. Certainly a lot of the early action for the Saints went through him. So 3 fouls on McCoy, if you're a Red Raider fan, is good news. Calvin Winfrey no good on the first shot. He's going to try to get the second shot to go down here. And the second shot is good. Ball comes into Cook, then back to Josiah Jordan. Jordan across the timeline. He's going to be matched up against Bakari Wallace. Going to work off our wing, directs a little bit of traffic, a lot of movement. Red Raiders are man-to-man. Jordan wants to drive, tries to float one up. It's no good, and it's an easy rebound for Kadrian McGlee. But Jordan stills the outlet pass, and we're going to have a stoppage called, no foul, a stoppage in play. Bakari Wallace, unfortunately, takes a hand to the face, and we hope Bakari is okay. This injury stoppage is brought to you by UPMC Centers for Rehab Services, the leaders in physical therapy. Visit physical therapist Jim Burns at 160 Wayland Smith Drive or call 724-437-7500. The Center for Rehab Services relief is closer than you think. And the ball is going to stay with the Uniontown Red Raiders. No one in the home crowd happy about that because Jordan had stolen the pass, but I think he had stolen the pass because Wallace had taken a hand to the face. Wallace is going to check out. Tanner Uphold going to check in. Here's Notorious Grooms. Goes to the corner to Tanner Uphold. Back up top to Grooms. And the top of the key to Winfrey. Winfrey's going to set it up here for the Red Raiders. Big bounce pass into Tanner Uphold. Back to our wing to Grooms. Top of the key to Winfrey. He swings it around to Braxton off the sideline. No good. Easy rebound for Tanner Uphold. And Uphold says, I've got 2 points right here. Gift wrap 39-36. 5:51 to play. The Red Raiders now back on top. Here's Calvin Winfrey going to get a hand in the face of Miller. Ball goes to the corner to McCoy. He's got 3 fouls. Swinging it back and around to Gettio. Top of the key now to Miller. And he moves it over to Cook. Cook on the drive. Gets cut off by Braxton. A little spin move. Pops it out to McCoy. McCoy going to work against McGlee. And oh my, the ball had been taken away, but there will be a foul called against the Red Raiders on a hold. And that one's against Jameer Braxton. That is a tough one, ladies and gentlemen, because Jameer Braxton was about to take that one to the house. And Braxton going to check out here in favor of Bakari Wallace. It's going to be Josiah Jordan, the 5'11 senior guard, who inbounds the ball for the Saints. And the inbound pass goes to McCoy way out top. Goes to Miller, swings it over to Cook. Cook falls on the floor. Three's no good. Tanner Uphold on the rebound. Gets it ahead to Torius Grooms. Easy look inside. Adrian McGlee just drops it in the bucket. Easy as that. The Red Raiders are back up 5. Here comes Jordan. Don't count out these Saints. Boy, were they resilient in the first half and scary too. Here's Jack Miller off the wing to McCoy working out of the corner, and he gets a little bit of contact here with McGlee. That's going to be a foul against Kadrian. 2 hands wash and fold is Uniontown's newest wash and fold laundry service. Full-scale washing and dry cleaning service located on East Fayette Street in Uniontown. 2 hands also features a boba tea lounge, coffee bar, and game room. Phone 724-557-1571 for 2 hands wash and fold. Delivery and pickup available. And the Saints going to maintain possession off the foul. Here's Jordan on the drive. And we're going to have yet another foul called against the Red Raiders. On the floor for the Red Raiders right now, Winfrey, Grooms, Uphold, Wallace, and Levi Garner, who just checked in for Kadrian McGlee. On the floor for the Saints, Jordan, Cook, Gettio, Miller, and McCoy. Here's Jordan. Great defense here from the Red Raiders, and the pass nearly stolen by Levi Garner. It does get into McCoy's hands. McCoy offers a little fake, tries to drive, and another foul is going to be called against the Uniontown Red Raiders. And we're going to see exactly who that one is against. That one goes against Levi Garner. That is going to be his 3rd. No breaks here for Uniontown. Inbound pass goes to McCoy. And Levi Garner with the monster block. Pass goes ahead from Groves to McCoy Wallace. 2 points. Levi Garner was about a whole 2 feet further off the floor than Joshua McCoy. And he gets the block. We've got a timeout here taken by the Saints. Magisterial District Judge Nate Henning would like to wish the best of luck to the Uniontown Red Raiders and all of our local teams in the PIAA playoffs this year. Go Red Raiders for Magisterial District Judge Nate Henning. When you are looking to make some extra cash for your aluminum cans, visit Cherokee Recycling, where aluminum can is king. Cherokee Recycling is open Monday through Friday, 9 till 5, and Saturdays, 8 till noon. Closed Sundays and holidays. Give Marcus Arags a call today, 724-439-3228 for Cherokee Recycling, where recycling makes the most sense. And the Red Raider press is back on here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Pass comes in here, and we get a lot of contact from Levi Garner, unfortunately. That is going to be 4 fouls against Levi Garner. And that's going to be 5 team fouls against the Red Raiders with 4:44 to play in period number 3. The Red Raiders lead by 7. They will keep some pressure on. Jordan and Cook going to work against Uphold and Wallace. And Miller triggers in the ball in front of the score table. And across the timeline is Jordan. Jordan on the drive. Little backhanded pass. And it's an easy bucket for Jackson Gettio. Gettio, the backside option there, lays it in for 2. 4:28 to play in period number 3. The Red Raiders working it around, trying to pull this zone apart. Grooms to Winfrey. Now to Uphold. Uphold out of the corner. Right to the Saints on the floor. Then to Grooms up top. Back to Uphold for 3. And he's got it. Tanner Uphold hits the game from beyond the arc. Tanner Uphold, 2 big threes now in this contest. 46-38 your score. The Saints trying to collect themselves. They do not like this Red Raider pressure. Here's McCoy off the far wing. Pops it over to Jordan. Jordan leans into Uphold. Leans into it, won't get it to go. Levi Garner pulls it down, but the outlet pass is stolen by Joshua McCoy, and it's 2 points for McCoy. Garner playing with 4 fouls. There was not much he could do. The Saints now have jumped a couple of Red Raider outlet passes. The Red Raiders swinging it around here on this possession. Wallace, far sideline in front of his own bench to Winfrey, to Grooms on our wing. Now to Uphold, coming out of the corner, up top to Winfrey. Winfrey fakes the deep three, moves it across to Wallace, to Grooms out of the corner. Grooms is three, no good. The rebound, everybody's in on it. It goes to Bakari Wallace, and Bakari draws a blocking foul against number 11, Jack Miller. Wow, great heads-up play by Bakari Wallace. Incredible. Subbing in for the Saints, number 1, Parker 9. It will be Red Raiders ball off the baseline. Pass comes into Grooms. Grooms to our wing to Winfrey. Back to Uphold in the corner. Now to Grooms. Grooms up top. Going to take a deep three of his own. And it. He's got it. 49-40. That basketball had all the touch and polish that you could muster. Rolls in off the rim, slow as can be. Here come the Saints. They're down 9, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan to Cook. Cook wants to answer outside. No good off the front. Easy rebound, though, for Jordan. And he is fouled by Bakari Wallace as he tries to dribble out with that one. Zebley, Mahalev, and White are local lawyers handling local problems, whether it's bankruptcy, criminal law, Social Security, disability, or a variety of other legal issues. Zebley, Mahalev, and White provides services aimed to resolve their clients' needs. Phone 724-439-9200 or visit zeblaw.com. That last foul does go against Bakari Wallace. That is his third and the team's 6th foul. Here's Jordan out of the far corner, and he's going to travel in the paint. He regathered his step, and it's a travel call, and it's a break for the Red Raiders, who lead by 9. And Snip Esterly does not like that call, not one bit. He's given his defense some direction now. Rob Kesmarski giving the offense some guidance. A lot of Uniontown faithful here. We've got a lot of maroon and white in this gym on both sides. Calvin Winfrey looking to direct some traffic. Little pass inside. Notorious Grooms floater. No good. Bakari Wallace goes up for it. He can't get the rebound, but he collides with Parker 9. 9 came down with it, and that's going to be foul number 4 on Bakari Wallace. And strap yourself in, ladies and gentlemen, because with 2:06 to play in period number 3, the Saints are shooting the 1-and-1. Checking in now for the Red Raiders, Tavian Richardson. And stepping up to the foul line, Parker 9. Contact Uniontown Allstate agent Russ Bleho for a free quote for your home or car insurance near you. Located on Lebanon Avenue in Uniontown, call Russ at 724-439-9700. Remember, you're in good hands with Russ Bleho and Allstate. And off the missed foul shot from Parker 9, we've got a jump ball call. Jump ball is going to stay with the Saints. 2:05 to play in a 9-point ball game. The Saints with just 2 team fouls this half. The Red Raiders have 7. Big pass all the way out to Miller. Miller now works it across to 9. 9 hands it off to Jordan. Jordan has a wide open lane, and he gets it for 2. And the Red Raiders careful with their inbound pass. Jordan has been very active before he turns around to drop back for his own. He likes to get a hand up on those inbound and outlet passes. Here's Calvin Winfrey working at far sideline. Tanner Uphold. Uphold wants a little drive here. Quick handoff to Tavian Richardson. And Tavian said, hey, I don't just steal the ball. I like to do a little bit of scoring too. 51-42, 1:30 to play. Here's Jordan now off the far wing. Working against Notorious Grooms on the drive. He's up and in, and it's going to be a foul. It's a foul called against the Uniontown Red Raiders. That foul is against Calvin Winfrey. That's his first. And Jordan very gingerly going to make his way to the foul line. Stop by Big Al's Market on North Gallatin Avenue in Uniontown. Family owned and operated by Phil Lucioni and Dominic Sabatini. Big Al's features 2 one-topping pizzas and a 2-liter for $21.99, or try an Italian hoagie and a 20-ounce drink for $6.99. Big Al's Market, 72 North Gallatin Avenue. Call 724-550-4252 for Big Al's Market. And this is going to be senior Josiah Jordan, the 5'11 guard, at the foul line. And the first one is no good at the 1-on-1. Rebound gets pulled down by McCoy. His pocket gets picked by Levi Garner. Ball ahead to Notorious Grooms. Grooms floats one up, no good. Levi Garner tries to get the tap in, no good. And Levi Garner has just picked up his 5th foul. That is foul number 5. Great effort from Levi. You hate to see that with 1:11 to play in period number 3. That's 9 team fouls against the Red Raiders. Checking back in, Kadrian McGlee. This is going to be a 1-and-1 for Ryan Cook. He's done a lot of damage against the Red Raiders so far. And it's 1 more point of damage now. 51-45 your score. Cook going to take his time and get himself set up here. And the Red Raiders are set with Tanner Uphold and Kadrian McGlee down low. And the second shot is good. That gets everyone here at Berks Catholic off their feet. The Red Raiders now going to try to answer. 51-46. The Raiders still in the driver's seat. It's just you got the Saints climbing out of the backseat here, and they want to get involved with that gear shift for this game. Calvin Winfrey back to Grooms. Grooms going to hold it. He's not being challenged yet. Now he is. Goes inside to McGlee, back to Grooms. The Red Raiders going to slow things down. Little handoff to Winfrey. Grooms and Winfrey managing it up top to McGlee. High post. Pops it out to Uphold. Red Raiders maybe thinking last shot. They go to Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey way outside. Going to get it over to Grooms on the far sideline in front of his own bench. Head coach Rob Kaczmarski giving some guidance. Pointing out some directions here. Grooms with 22 seconds on the clock. Gets a little bit of pressure from Parker 9. Goes to Tanner Uphold. Back to Grooms. Here comes Parker 9 again. Parker 9 drops off. They can't start counting until he gets a little closer. Now they will. Here comes Grooms. They try to pick his pocket. And that pass is nearly stolen by McCoy. Oh my, that was a close call. Everyone take a deep breath. Checking in now, Jeremiah Hager for Kadrian McGlee. Hager is something of a sharpshooter for this Raider squad. And he's going to set himself up in the near corner. Pass goes to Groom. Groom moves it to Hager for the deep 3. Just off the mark. Rebound goes to Miller. And Miller launches one the opposite way. Off the glass. Ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have your friends and family watching this game, you tell them whatever happening elsewhere can wait. We're in the leading game. Get everybody here on this broadcast. It is 51-46 here in Reading. Berks Catholic High School. It's your Uniontown Red Raiders 51 and the Berks Catholic Saints 46. UPMC Centers for Rehab Services on Wayland Smith Drive offers cutting-edge physical therapy. Jim Burns and his staff are residents of the community. They treat sports injuries, neurological conditions, back pain, sprains and strains, joint replacement, hand injuries, and other conditions. You can call the office with a prescription from your doctor or schedule by direct access, and they can contact your doctor for you. Call 724-437-7500 for UPMC Centers for Rehab Services. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring, professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services. Visit georgedental.associates.com today and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to play here in Reading, Pennsylvania at Berks Catholic High School, the former Holy Name High School. This high school, the product of a 2011 merger between Holy Name and Reading Central Catholic. Pass goes inside to Braxton. to Wallace. Wallace likes a baseline drive, and he draws a blocking foul against Joshua McCoy. 7:44 to play. 16 seconds closer to the next round of the PIAA playoff here at Berks Catholic. Best of luck again to our other friends in Fayette County who have traveled across the state. We've got a foul called here again, and we've got a little conference as to see the nature of the foul call. We're waiting to see what we've got. It's going to be a foul called against Ryan Cook, and it's going to send Calvin Winfrey to the foul line. That's Cook's second. Home crowd not especially crazy with that call, as you might imagine. Calvin Winfrey's first one is good. .52-46. Second shot. Rolls out off the front of the rim. And Berks Catholic going to bring it down across the timeline. Works it our way to Parker 9. 9 wants a little drive to the paint. Nearly travels and then gets a floater to go home. 2 points for Berks Catholic. 52-48. Pass comes to our wing to Braxton. Back up top to Winfrey. Moving it high post to McGlee. Pops it out to Notorious Grooms. Grooms for 3. No good. Rebound nearly goes to Bakari Wallace, but it's seized by Ryan Cook. And Cook's going to bring it down. He's got it across the timeline. 7 minutes remaining. Little handoff here to Josiah Jordan. Miller is wide open to our wing, but Jordan didn't see him. Now Winfrey's going to catch up to Miller. To Parker 9 now. Cook tries to drive in. He gets turned around by Grooms. Back up top to Jordan. And this is going to be a 3 from Parker 9. No good. Rebound. Ryan Cook. Cook tries a little turnaround jumper. Gets blocked by McGlee, but saves the ball. He pops it out to Parker 9. Back up top to Jordan. Now 9. Far sideline. In front of his own bench. Correction, this is Ryan Cook on the drive, and he gets it to go. And it's a 2-point game with 6:20 to play. Notorious Grooms goes high post to McGlee. Back to Grooms. Back high post to Braxton. Braxton is going to be held. Close call. And we'll see who that foul call is against. It's going to go against number 4, Josiah Jordan. That's his third. 5 fouls against the Saints team. And Braxton went to the corner to Grooms, then back to Braxton on the block. And Braxton is fouled on his way up. And so Braxton is going to shoot 2. That foul called against Parker 9. Nice job by Braxton as the inbounder stepping right back in and getting the ball back. And he drills the first foul shot. 53-50 with 6:06 to play. Here's Braxton. He gets them both. And here comes Josiah Jordan. 6 minutes even left in this first round contest. Jordan from high post. Dribbles out, gets it to Cook. Cook, nice looking drive. And on his way to the bucket, he gets tangled up. We would suspect that's against Jameer Braxton. No, it is not. It's against Notorious Grooms. That is a third foul for Grooms. It's a shooting foul. So Cook is going to the foul line. The winner of this game on Tuesday, March the 14th, will face the winner of Lewisburg area and Littlestown. That game being played tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. And the first shot from Cook is good. Cook going to offer up some high fives here to teammates with 5:53 to play. And an opportunity now to get this one back to 2. Here's the shot. No good. Easy rebound for McGlee. Goes to Braxton on the outlet, then across to Winfrey. Winfrey across the timeline. Works it to our wing to Grooms. Grooms goes high post to Braxton. Braxton likes to drive, floats one up, and it's good. And the Red Raiders are back out front 5. Miller triggers it into Jordan. Jordan, far sideline. Going to bring it across the timeline. He's matched up against Bakari Wallace. The Red Raiders now are just second by second closer to advancing on to either Lewisburg area or Littlestown in the next round. Cook off the drive from the top of the key, loses the basketball, gets it back, hands it off to Jordan, who is blocked by McGlee. But wow, what a play for the Saints. Backside rebound for the Saints. Goes to Jackson Gedio off the block. Gedio lays it in for two, and it's going to be a fourth foul against Shamir Braxton. Gedio goes to the foul line to shoot one with 5:12 to play. Gedio's shot is no good. Rebound, Bakari Wallace. Ahead now to Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey moves it our way to Grooms. Back to the top to Winfrey. Our wing to Grooms. High post to Braxton inside McGlee. Little backdoor look. And it's Bakari Wallace there to finish it off. 58-53, 4:55 to play. Next foul against the Saints will put the Raiders in the 1-1. Nice looking pass inside to Parker 9 and a nicer block there, but the Saints corral it. Parker 9 again, low block our side, pops it out to Miller, the sharpshooter. This time he's just off the mark, and the rebound goes to McGlee. And now the Red Raiders are firmly in the driver's seat with their foot on the gas. Here's Bakari Wallace on the drive. He gets the bucket, and he's fouled. Off the baseline drive. And that foul called against number 3, Jackson Gedio. Bakari Wallace can make this an 8-point contest. The shot is good. With 4:30 to play, Josiah Jordan across the timeline. Moves it our way. Jackson Gedio, he wants inside to Miller. Miller pops it out. Parker 9 for 3. 9 drills it, and the Saints get those 3 points right back. 4:10 now. Winfrey across the timeline. Goes far sideline. It's Bakari Wallace again. And Bakari's got one hand bandage. It doesn't matter. He lays it in for 2. Here come the Saints. Ryan Cook on the drive in the paint. He gets 2 right back. And we get a tangle up here as Cook is on the floor. And stepping off the point to inbound the ball was Kadrian McGlee. McGlee trips over him, and we'll have a full timeout taken here at Berks Catholic High School. Your score with 3:51 to play. The Red Raiders 63 and the Saints 58. Spring forward with First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County with a home improvement loan, a home equity loan, or a home equity line of credit. You can finally upgrade that old furnace, take care of that leaking roof, or replace those outdated floors. Apply online at ffgc.bank. First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County, member FDIC, equal housing lender, NMLS number 458729. First Federal Savings and Loan of Greene County. It's going to be Red Raider basketball. And we're going to see some pressure now from the Berks Catholic Saints. Both teams offering the other a bonus situation. The Red Raiders are giving the Saints the double bonus. The Saints offer back the single. Here's the pass into Wallace. Pressure right out of the gate. Back to Winfrey. Winfrey going to face down Miller across the St. Bernard. Here's Winfrey off the far wing. Little screen there by Braxton. Braxton rolls through, no pass. Winfrey working against 9. Up over top, and Calvin Winfrey won't be denied. He gets 2 over top of Parker 9. Here's Josiah Jordan now off of our wing. Jordan on the drive. Little bit of traffic. He gets the foul and the bucket against Notorious Grooms. Notorious had his hands down. That's a tough foul call if there ever was one. 65-60, and Jordan to the foul line to shoot 1. Southwestern Endoscopy Center is now a part of U.S. Digestive Health. If you have a close family member with colon cancer or precancerous polyps, your screening should begin at age 40 instead of 45. Learn more at usdigestivehealth.com.
All right, Calvin.
65-63, 24 to play here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Reading, not just a spot on your Monopoly board in the shape of the Reading Railroad. There is a flesh and blood crowd in this gym tonight. They have been loud all night. Here's Notorious Grooms following the made foul shot. 65-61, Grooms directing traffic. He's got Jack Miller out here with him. Pass goes into Braxton, our wing. Braxton working against 9, a matchup they like. Braxton's floater is no good, but a tangle, and it's McCoy on the steal, and he leaves it in for 2. 67-61. Here come the Saints, who have not given up. They have battled back multiple times against the Red Raiders tonight. The Red Raiders with a comeback or two of their own. Here's Jordan on the drive off the baseline. He gets 2. 67-63. Here comes Calvin Winfrey with 2:38 to play. Calvin off the far wing. Brings it to our wing. Stays way back. He's going to take some time. He's got Josiah Jordan out there with him. Jordan says, come on. He wants a piece of this. Here's Winfrey on the drive. And the tangle and no call. Somehow no call there. Here's Ryan Cook now working the other way. And they will call that one. A little tap from Calvin Winfrey. And Calvin is chest bumped by Josiah Jordan. And that's a technical foul called against Josiah Jordan. And now everyone recomposing themselves here at Berks High. Berks Catholic High School, the product of a 2011 union between Holy Name Catholic and Reading Central Catholic. It's going to be Ryan Cook to shoot the double bonus first. First one is good. And now Cook preparing to shoot the second. Going to take his time. Holds the ball at his waist. Now offers a few dribbles. And here's his shot. No good. And now on our side, the officials directing everyone back to the half-court line. It's going to be Jameer Braxton to shoot the technical shots in a 67-64 game. 2:16 to play. Jameer Braxton, first shot. Rolls in. Shot number 2. No good. One each way. Dave Lohr wants to remain your Fayette County Commissioner. Commissioners have come and gone, but real change came when Dave Lohr was elected Fayette County Commissioner. Dave Lohr wishes the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck tonight. The Red Raiders on the inbound pass go to Notorious Grooms, who comes across the timeline with Jack Miller as his escort. And Grooms going to stand way out. 2 minutes to play. The Raiders lead by 4. Here's Grooms now getting a little bit of contact from Miller. Now more contact. Grooms on the drive. Pops it out to Winfrey. Top of the key to Braxton. Braxton wants to drive. Goes up. Can't have it. No rebound yet. It's pulled down by Kadrian McGlee. McGlee gets it out to Bakari Wallace. Here's Calvin Winfrey matched up against Jordan. Winfrey with the drive. Through. Gets blocked by McCoy. But Winfrey corrals the ball. And here's Grooms. And Grooms is fouled on his way past. Nobody can blame the Red Raiders for trying to hold it. These boys are trying to shoot. They're taking their shots. Tip of the cap to the Saints, playing some good defense here. We're going to have a 5th foul called against Joshua McCoy, so he is out. Checking back in is the senior number 3, the 6'2 guard, Jackson Gedio, who had a beautiful basket earlier for the Saints. And at the foul line for the Red Raiders, it's Notorious Grooms. Shot is good. 69-64. Wherever you're at right now, whether it be Ohio, Maryland, West Virginia, Texas, California, North Carolina, South Carolina, call your grandmother, call your uncle, call your cousins. Tell them to get on our broadcast. Watch this finish. Grooms gets them both. Here is Jordan off the far sideline to Ryan Cook. Cook off the top of the key to Jordan. Jordan wants a little drive. Pops it back out. Cook Deep three, and he knows it. He knows it. 70-67. Full timeout here at Berks Catholic High School. Sandy Howe Notary Services provides notary services, vehicle title registration, and transfers in the Smithfield and surrounding areas. Call 724-564-8955 or stop by and see them on Dry Knob Road in Smithfield. A special hello to Ed Walensky watching our broadcast tonight from Sandy Howe Notary Services. Zebley, Mahaloff, and White are local lawyers handling local problems. Whether it's bankruptcy, criminal law, Social Security disability, or a variety of other legal issues, Zebley, Mahaloff, and White provides services aimed to resolve their clients' needs. Phone 724-439-9200 or visit zeblaw.com. And an immediate foul on the inbound pass against Notorious Grooms. That's against Jack Miller, number 11. And the board says that is foul number 4. Foul number 4 for Jack Miller. Notorious Grooms with the shot. We had that as 5 fouls against Jack Miller, the Saints sharpshooter, but the board has just 4. And here's Grooms. Does not get the second one. Rebound gets Kadrian McGlee. He's got it. He goes back outside to Grooms. 1:13 to play. Grooms inside to Braxton, then back out to McGlee. McGlee off the wing to Grooms. Grooms' little drive is fouled by Ryan Cook on his way to the bucket. No shot. Both teams in the double bonus now. Notorious Grooms going to go to the foul line to shoot 2. Notorious Grooms stepping up to the foul line again. First shot is no good. It bounces out. 1:05 to play. Grooms' second shot is good. 72-67. Here comes Ryan Cook, the senior. No shot, says the near sideline official. We've got a foul instead. We're going to find out the nature of the beast here. And it's a foul against Shamir Braxton. That is his 5th. And Shamir Braxton is fouled out of the game with 61 seconds. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. We can start talking about this season in a matter of seconds for one of these teams. Here's the shot from Jackson Gedio is good. 72-68. Gedio's second shot is good. And the Red Raiders coming very quickly to Tanner Uphold. Uphold unchallenged to Calvin Winfrey, who gets fouled on his way to the basket. Calvin was going to lay that in for 2. And the Saints do not like that call. Foul is called against number 1. Parker 9. The 6'2 junior forward. That's his 4th. Calvin Winfrey's first foul shot is good. 55 seconds to play. 1 shot, says the baseline official. Here we go. The shot rolls in. Calvin Winfrey gives us a 5-point lead. And here come the Saints. The dangerous Ryan Cook moves it over to Jackson Gedio for 3. Off the mark. It's Calvin Winfrey with the rebound. He does a little trick dribbling there to get out of trouble. Goes to Notorious Grooms. The Saints, they need a miracle. They're trying to foul. They can't. And it's McClain Wallace going up for the dunk, who finally gets it from Jackson Gedio. And Bakari Wallace is going to go to the foul line, and we've got another technical foul, I believe. The foul on the floor is called against Jackson Gedio. We are waiting to see who the technical is officially against. And the board says that technical foul is called against Parker 9, and he is fouled out of the game. Bakari Wallace, the first foul shot is good. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got a lot of generations of Red Raider fans out there listening to this game. Second shot from Bakari Wallace is good. And we all have our stories of the great Red Raider teams of the past. And ladies and gentlemen, this one has been a special game for this generation of Raider fans. Bakari Wallace gets that one. If you don't think these young men and women who are out here with us in Berks County are not going to remember this forever, you are mistaken. Last one from Bakari Wallace, no good. But Bakari leads it by 8. Tanner Uphold going to inbound the ball with 34 seconds to play. Big pass all the way back to the Saints bucket to Calvin Winfrey. Winfrey watching the seconds tick off. He dribbles through traffic, and he's going to be fouled by number 2, Aiden Gaffney, who just checked in, the 5'9 senior guard. First foul on Gaffney. Calvin Winfrey at the foul line. 77-69 your score. Best of luck to the Laurel Highlands Mustangs. We will bring you that score as part of our post-game show. They have traveled to Clearfield. Best of luck to the Turkey Foot Valley Rams, our neighbors in Somerset County. Both from Calvin are good. Ball comes in to Josiah Jordan. Best of luck to the Geibel Catholic Gators. Here's Jordan for 3. Off the mark. Saved by Gaffney, but it goes to McGlee. 19 seconds. Ahead to Winfrey. Winfrey pulls it back and dribbles through traffic. Pops it over to Tanner Uphold. And up top to Calvin Winfrey. 9 seconds to go. And the Red Raider faithful who have made the trips to Burke County are on their feet as Notorious Grooms is going to dribble it out. And he lays in one more for 81. Up with the 10. The Red Raiders across the state in Berks County. 81-69. Up with the 10. The Red Raiders are bringing home the win. Keep the lights on Fayette Street on for us, baby. We're coming home with the W. And we're bringing you the post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. We will be right back. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer has litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win. The attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. Ladies and gentlemen, we have just watched a tremendous basketball game here at Berks Catholic High School in Reading, Pennsylvania, in Berks County. 81-69, your final score. The Uniontown Red Raiders, who jumped out to a big lead and then trailed at halftime by 3 points, battled back in the second half, and have seized a win here across the state. Before we say anything else, we've absolutely got to compliment this Berks Catholic Saints team. What a tremendous effort from them. What tremendous talent on their team. They have to be very proud. District champions out here, and their boys came out and played their hearts out. They've got some real talent on this team, and they played every second. And I want to thank, too, the faculty and staff out here at Berks Catholic. Nothing but the best of sportsmanship from the table staff, from those people who met us at the door, from the cheerleaders who were incredibly gracious to us when we got here. What a tremendous group of people out here at Berks Catholic High School in Reading, Pennsylvania. We are going to pause for just a moment now and prepare to bring to you the post-game show brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon, where we will name our player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides, as well as some post-game statistics, compliments of First Federal Savings and Loan Association of Greene County.
Hey, yeah, I was worried there second half, the second quarter. Thank you.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is Joshua Scully alongside Bill Dice behind the lens. We have just watched the Uniontown Red Raiders defeat the Berks Catholic Saints 81-69. You're listening to the postgame show now brought to you by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. We do have some statistics to share with you as well as the player of the game. And the first thing we want to share, though, is that the Uniontown Red Raiders will indeed move on. Tuesday, March the 14th, they will play the winner of Lewisburg area and Littlestown. That game is not played until tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m. in Lewisburg. That'll be Lewisburg area and Littlestown. Tomorrow night at 7:30 p.m., the Red Raiders will get the winner of that contest. Let's talk about some statistics as a result of this game. Leading the way for the Berks Catholic Saints tonight, Ryan Cook, 25 points, including a tremendous second quarter where he virtually single-handedly willed his team back into the contest. We had 13 points on the book from Josiah Jordan, 10 points each from Jack Miller and Josh McCoy. Jack Miller doing all of his damage in the first half. McCoy doing most of his damage, just 2 points after halftime. 6 points from Jackson Gedio and 5 points from Parker Nine. That rounds out the scoring for the Saints tonight. We are going to pause briefly to hear a word from some of our sponsors. When we come back, we'll be talking about the Uniontown Red Raiders, and we'll go over as well the news surrounding our player of the game. March is saving of the green at Autoland Hyundai. The new 2023 Hyundai Santa Cruz SEL Premium has available $1,000 in HMF bonus cash plus fuel efficiency. Lease the new 2023 Hyundai Venue SE for only $199 per month for 36 months. Autoland Hyundai, downtown Uniontown. See them online at autolandhyundai.com. Remember, you always pay less to drive the best at Autoland Hyundai. Dr. Bob Baker, who is running for Fayette County Coroner, would like to wish the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck in tonight's playoff game. Dr. Baker has the training, expertise, and commitment and dedication to serve as your next Fayette County Coroner. That is the Dr. Bob Baker for Fayette County Coroner. Welcome back to Berks Catholic High School here in Berks County, Reading, Pennsylvania. We're going to share with you now the Uniontown Red Raiders side of the book. We've got a lot of scoring for the Red Raiders tonight, and some of that damage has been really spread out, especially in the fourth quarter. The Red Raiders really getting it done from the foul line. Notorious Grooms, just 3 points in the first half, but he put on the books 9 points in the second half for a total of 12. Calvin Winfrey, of course, had that explosive first half. He was incredible in the first quarter. Tremendous effort from him tonight. He had 12 in the first half and really made a difference at the foul line for the Red Raiders in the second half. After putting up 4 points in the third quarter, Calvin managed 7 points in the fourth quarter, 5 of those from the foul line. So we've got a total of 11 in the second half to walk hand in hand with his first half effort. And in that first half, again, he scored 12, total of 23 for Calvin tonight. A really, really wonderful effort from him. Kadrian McGlee adds 5 points to the Red Raiders totals. We've also got 2 points from Tavian Richardson. Beautiful quick basket from him at a time in which the Red Raiders are really starting to gain some momentum. Tanner Uphold tonight, good for 8 points, including 2 big threes. That really big three coming right before the half. And also for the Red Raiders, a tremendous showing tonight from Bakari Wallace. Bakari, again, just sensational in that final period. Entering halftime, he had 4 points. He added 2 more in the third period. And then in the fourth period, Bakari had 8 points through conventional field goals, another 4 points from the foul line for a total of 12 in just that quarter alone. And had you seen him and the hustle and work he was doing, you know that he was really getting it done for his team. And those hands of his are tremendously quick. He made a great difference for this team tonight. We'll pause one more time. When we come back, we are going to announce our player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides. Are you looking for a dentist? Dr. Michael George and Dr. Ashley Parker of George Dental Associates, a Uniontown staple, has over 40 years' experience treating patients of all ages. Their caring professional team of dentists and their staff offer a full range of dental services. Visit georgedental.associates.com today and find out how they can enhance your smile through the art of dentistry. Attorney Thomas W. Schaefer has litigated over 275 civil and criminal trials, some of which have been aired on Oprah, Inside Edition, and ESPN. His firm concentrates in wills, trusts, estates, property transfers, personal injury, solar field, and Marcellus gas negotiations, plus family law. Small enough to care and smart enough to win, that's the attorney, Thomas W. Schaefer. Shop the March sale at Zen's Construction Warehouse on Walnut Hill Road in Uniontown, family owned and operated by the Nelson family. Zen's has everything you need for that next home improvement project at deep discounted prices. Phone 724-366-8274 or visit Zen's on Walnut Hill Road. You can find them in Continental, Zen's Construction Warehouse, our surplus, your savings. Welcome back now to the post-game show, brought to you by by South Union Township Supervisor Rick Vernon. And now we're ready to announce the player of the game, brought to you by Fayette County Commissioner Vince Vacides, and our player of the game tonight, Calvin Winfrey. Calvin, of course, made the big splash in the early goings of this contest, gave the Red Raiders a huge lead, and in many ways, that set the tone. The only quarter that was really in doubt here was that second quarter where the Red Raiders were perhaps a little anxious about some foul trouble and pulled back just a hair. As a result of that, the Saints were able to wiggle their way back in, even took a 3-point lead in the halftime. But as soon as the Red Raiders clicked that defense back on, that was the difference maker. The Red Raiders will be moving on to face the winner of Lewisburg area and Littlestown on Tuesday evening, March the 14th. That game, by the way, between those two potential opponents tomorrow evening in Lewisburg at 7:30 p.m. That'll be a Saturday evening game. Congratulations from Jack W. Connor, attorney at law, to the Uniontown Red Raiders boys basketball team on a great season. Attorney Connor wishes the Uniontown Red Raiders the best of luck in the PIAA playoffs. We want to give a big thanks again to the tremendous effort from all of those people from Uniontown who listened tonight, who stayed with us through this very exciting game. We want to congratulate, too, the Red Raiders, including Calvin Winfrey. He's your player of the game. The Red Raiders, I'm sure, very excited over their effort tonight and the fact that they will be moving on to the next round of the PIAA playoffs. I want to thank everyone as well for giving me this opportunity. For Bill Dice behind the lens, this is Joshua Scully. We will see you next time. Congratulations once again, Uniontown. Up with the town. It's time to order your free at-home COVID test so that you will have them when you need them. Peaches Pharmacy can help you get your COVID tests now. Just call 724-626-9600. That's 724-626-9600. Or you can stop in the pharmacy inside Peach and Market in Connellsville. Your final score, the Uniontown Red Raiders 81 and the Berks Catholic Saints 69.